What's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This channel is for people that are ready to evolve, that want to learn, that are curious about, increasing their awareness and learning about the reality, how it works, and why we're here to begin with, and how everything intertwines in the process, the physical and the spiritual. So, welcome if you're new to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the soul. What is the soul? And I want to make this video to give more in-depth look and to add clarity on the soul, because it's one of those popular words that many people use, in the process of religion, you know, in school, mystical, supernatural. This word is worldwide. That means that everyone uses this word, but what does it really mean? Because you can throw the word around like if you know what it means, but do you actually know what it means? So I'm going to put it into context through my perception, my perspective on it, and so you guys can have a kind of a guideline for yourself, so you guys can understand really what it means to have a soul, what does it entail, and what does that lead to for you, because obviously it has to do with a higher portion of yourself. So I want to begin by saying that in my previous videos, you might have heard me talk about we're all connected, interconnected through energy, right? And that we have this infinite portion of ourself, this infinite intelligence that's part of us that we have to gain access to, or that we should gain access to, so that we can live a life, a wiser life, a more loving life, and create our reality the way it's supposed to be created, without suffering, without hitting brick walls in the way on the journey. So the soul is like an entrance point to that higher intelligence. In essence, it is that higher intelligence, because as you may think that you create your life, right? And that you're manifesting all these great things into your life, and that you're working towards a certain goal. In reality, it's that higher portion of yourself, that soul, that you're actually acknowledging. By acknowledging that you have that infinite portion of yourself, that soul within you, right? That has its own desires and its own needs of why it actually came here. That is when the whole process and the curiosity starts to increase exponentially. That's when you actually start to begin your whole spiritual awakening process. Because that soul is already in connection with what you may call the universe, um, God. It's all connected. It knows about that already. It's already connected in that. It knows God. It feels to be, and knows that it is part of the whole, part of God. And that it's just a higher individuation of, you know, God, of the universe. It's just a higher portion, a higher intelligence. So where does that leave us? My name's Oscar, but I'm not the soul. But I'm speaking from the soul's desire. You see? So as much as you're looking at, the physical, tangible Oscar, I'm no longer speaking from that perspective of, human. You could say that attachment to the human being. And don't worry, there's going to be more clarification on what I mean by all this in future videos. I told you this week is going to be fire. So let's go into it in depth. I want to break things down for you guys so you can really understand what this is all about. I've now reached a state where when I talk and when I look at you and any other person, I realize that it's just consciousness. It's just another soul, right, experiencing a physical body. So let that sink in, because that is where it all begins. You figuring out, you understanding, and you being receptive enough to realizing that you are not this physical body. So now, after doing all the personal development and spiritual work, I've now grounded within me that I am that higher intelligence, that I am no longer this physical body. As much as I like this this person that I chose, right, in this life, I'm grateful. that I chose this person with its capabilities and passions, right? And aspirations. But I still, every day, every moment, I try to speak and act and feel in alignment with that higher intelligence, that soul, right? Those soul desires of why I'm here. And I try to, not really disregard, because you can't really disregard your human passions too. You have desires. It's your human nature. Of course you want things in life, right? You want to have that nice car, that nice house, the love of your life, right? Your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it. That's awesome. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you do have this higher portion of yourself, right? The soul waiting to merge with you. So now you have the two desires. So yeah, you can choose your preferences throughout your life journey, but you still have that higher intelligence guiding you and wanting to evolve. It wants you to merge with it. It wants you to ascend and raise in your levels of consciousness and awareness and stop being so damn human. Because when you are too human, right, and you think that this is all real, what happens? You get sad, you get annoyed, you get frustrated, you get mad. Guess what? When you're operating from that higher intelligence, they could care less about all these things. That higher intelligence, that soul, it doesn't die. But guess what? You do. So what does that show you? It shows you that, in fact, this physical body that you call, you, is transient. Now what does that mean? It means that it's just passing by for a certain amount of time. Yeah. It's one of those things that really gets you like, damn, that kind of like, whoa. And that makes you question the next process after that. What happens when I die? Don't worry, we'll get to that. We will get to that. But right now, I want you to understand that you have this higher portion, this soul, right? This higher self guiding you. It already picked out why it wants to come down here to this world. You see, it already has a blueprint for you. You already chose, your destiny, your passions, where you're headed, your highest, possible potentiality of this life. And then you have the worst possible potentiality of this life. Meaning you could have a really sucky life through your own free will, through your own choice in every given moment, right? Or you could have the best life, merging with that higher portion intelligence of yourself, therefore living the most fulfilling, magical, miraculous life in alignment with that highest truth. Because guess what? That soul of yours, that entrance point that you're merging with, already knows all these things. It already knows this. It already understands all this. That's why I'm making these videos, because my goal is to merge completely with that. And that's why when I talk about these things, I can talk about it for the whole entire day. Why? Because it's natural to me. Because I'm functioning through that higher portion of myself. I'm no longer thinking, oh, hey, I'm just Oscar, oh man, I'm a person. No, you see, you're limiting yourself. Now, what does that tell you? You got to change those beliefs. Going back to another video, go watch my video if you haven't about belief systems. You need to change your belief systems to more infinite beliefs. But it takes time. But I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Because if I can do it, so can you. But now you got to do the work. You got to see how much you want it. How relevant is it for your life to do this, all this spiritual work and merging and with this soul and this higher intelligence of yourself? Guess what? It has everything to do with it. Because you're more in alignment with the highest truth, with God, with the universe. That's what alignment is. Being your most truest, authentic version. And how do you do that? By realizing and emptying this person that you think you are, the ego, transcending fear, worry, shame, guilt, hatred, judgment on other people. But that takes awareness. And the reason you have trouble understanding these concepts sometimes, and it's hard to understand, is only because of your lack of awareness. You'll see that as I keep making these videos and I show you more perspectives and perceptions on this life, on this reality, that you will start to put two and two together. And that's my goal. So I hope you enjoyed this video on what is the soul and what it means for you in your life. Let's evolve.